welcome once again, football fans, Jackson and Kirk here on.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast here tonight on TheTrojanRadio.com. Here in Warner Robins with the Lee County Trojans taking on the Warner Robins Demons. Brian Holt here with you alongside Drew Huey. Glad to be broadcasting tonight here in Warner Robins. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. It's a beautiful night.
It is a beautiful night for football, but it sure is hot. It has been extremely hot all day, and just dripping sweat trying to carry all this stuff up to the press box here on the visitor side. But we are looking forward to a great game tonight. The Warner Robins marching band is getting ready for the national anthem. They are presenting colors here in just a minute, so we'll step away in just a moment whenever they get ready to play the national anthem. We've got an interesting game here tonight because we are going to see in this very first game of the 2025 season just how prolific our offense can be after losing arguably the heart and soul of our offense last year, Weston Bryan and Usmani Chroma. So we will see how Mr. Snipes does tonight. We'll talk more about him as well as some offensive statistics from the scrimmage last week with Carver High School of Columbus, which I know is your neck of the woods, Drew.
That's right.
And we'll talk a little bit more about that, and we will get ready for the national anthem coming up. They are getting set, and so we will step away right here. Thanks for listening to the broadcast tonight, TheTrojanRadio.com.
90 seconds plus a minute or so.
The Warner Robins High School marching band here at the MAC. We're at McConnell Stadium here in Warner Robins as the Trojans get ready to kick off tonight's contest, the first game of the 2025 season here in Warner Robins tonight. We'll look at some of the statistics and other good information from the Georgia High School Football Historians Association in just a second, but we are super excited to have you tonight here on the broadcast, TheTrojanRadio.com. Drew, we were looking at a number of statistical things as we were getting ready for the broadcast tonight, and I know it's interesting looking at Warner Robins. I know with your experience in Columbus, you had a funny quote that I was thinking about the other day with winning in Columbus High Schools and Warner Robins.
Oh, anytime you came to Warner Robins or Warner Robins came to Columbus, it was always a losing event for the Columbus side. Warner Robins has always been a very strong and powerful football program, both Warner Robins and Northside, and it is interesting to see as time has gone on, they still maintain a good program. Last year they were 7-3. While they had some key losses, they're still looking at building this year on strength and team unity and trying to continue the reputation that they have in the area.
Absolutely. It's always interesting to see the perspective of different teams from various areas. And I know Lee County and Warner Robins have played a number of times. I think this will be time number 8 coming up tonight. And we'll talk about that historical stuff in just a minute. But Lee County right now has a winning record versus Warner Robins. So that is very interesting to check out. Matter of fact, Lee County comes into tonight's contest in our 55th season of football, 265 wins, 306 losses, and 7 ties, 2 state championships and 8 region championships throughout our history. Coach Dean Fabrizio, in his 17th season of football here in Lee County, 146 wins, 50 losses, and during his time, 2 state championships and 7 region championships while he's been at Lee County. Matter of fact, the Georgia High School Football Daily email that comes out every day, thus the daily part of the email,
exactly.
Talked about he was actually the longest tenured football coach in 5A in the state.
Yeah, so that's an impressive feat in and of itself in a world where if you're not performing on the field, you're quickly dismissed, sent on your way. So to have that kind of tenure speaks to the level of program, the level of commitment that he brings into the school.
And there were a number of coaches in other classifications in Georgia that had winning records, maybe only 3 losses, 6 losses. I think there was one that might have had close to 10 losses that were jettisoned for somebody else. And so that, again, like you said, speaks volumes for his commitment to Lee County, not only his dedication and hard work, but the commitment of his assistant coaches and all the support staff with him. The 24 season for Lee County was 13 wins and 1 loss. All wins over Warner Robins, Hapeville Charter, Tift County, Colquitt County, Wekiva, Florida, Thomas County Central, Coffee, Veterans, Northside Warner Robins, Houston County, and then into the playoffs, wins over Haversham Central, East Paulding, Sprayberry, and then in the semifinals, 1 week away from the state championship game, a loss to Milton in the freezing cold of North Atlanta, and that was a 56-28 loss. But again, 13-1 in the 24 season. Again, same look this year. Game here tonight in Warner Robins. Next week at home, Hapeville Charter. The following week, Tift County take a week off, and then September 12th, the Colquitt County Packers come to Trojan Field, and then the next week we host North Florida Educational Institute, and then the region schedule begins in earnest starting September 26th. Away at Thomas County Central, away at Coffee High School, off on the 10th, and then home again hosting Veterans, Northside Warner Robins, and then away at Houston County. And that's just a look at the 25 season upcoming for the Trojans. And like I mentioned a minute ago, Warner Robins, Lee County and Warner Robins have played 7 times. The most recent 3 times that were played back in 24, it was a win for the Trojans. 23 was a win for the Trojans, and back in 22 was a win for the Trojans. Trojans lost in 2021, and then won in 2020, and then 2 losses back in 2010 and 2011. So that is the history for these 2 programs playing together. So we'll see how this evening turns out. Although Maxwell Computer said Trojans should win by 11.
By 11.
So we shall see.
It's an interesting football score, by 11.
Well, that's how the computer calls it. So I'm hoping we don't see any big surprises tonight. It is, as we said earlier, it is a new start for our offense because, again, you're trying to replace Weston Bryan and Usman Chroma. So, we have a new transfer in. He is from the New York State area. We'll talk more about Mr. Snipes in just a minute. But looking at Warner Robbins in their 73rd season of football, 585 wins, 246 losses, and 11 ties, 2 national championships, 6 state championships, and 29 region championships. Shane Sams in his 4th season here at Warner Robbins. He was here in 2019 and then began again in 2023. 16 wins, 18 losses so far, 1 region championship to his credit since he has been at Warner Robbins. Warner Robbins finished 7-4 last year. They lost 3 games during the regular season and then lost the first round of the playoffs to Marist. Marist is always a tough cookie, but that's how Warner Robbins finished last year. This year, the Demons, Lee County here at home, traveled to Fayette County. They also have Northside Warner Robbins, Houston County, Veterans. Then their region schedule begins with Wayne County, Benedictine, New Hampstead, Ware County, and Perry. Of course, their region is 1 Quad A, so they are paired with, Perry, but then they got to travel to Waycross and Jessup, as well as the Savannah area with Benedictine and New Hampstead. So quite an oddly shaped region, lots of travel for them. So we'll see how things shake out for the Demons as we get through tonight, but then also later on down the road. But captains for the Trojans are coming onto the field as we speak. We'll get those numbers for you in just a second. I'm glad everybody's here with us tonight. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here at the press box at McConnell-Talbert Stadium, here at the MAC. Captains for tonight's contest, number 1 is Lasiah Jackson. Number 7 is J.R. Walker. We've also got number 56 for the Trojans. That's Denzel Lamar. And number 27, Maurice Briggs. Captains headed to the middle of the field as we get ready for kickoff here. Just under 3 minutes to go until we kick this thing off here tonight. Captains for the Demons, 71, Charlie Glover. 14 is Tavon Brown. 95 is Ben Atkins. And 0, Zavon Burke.
Brian, this is the exciting part of high school football. Everyone's perfect right now.
Absolutely.
Everyone's perfect.
That's exactly right.
So the fun begins.
Well, and speaking of that, taking a look around Region 2 5A, Coffee High School hosting Bainbridge this week. Next week they'll be at Ware County. Houston County hosting Brookwood tomorrow night. Next week they're at Effingham County. Lee County here at Warner Robbins. Next week we'll host Hateville Charter. Northside Warner Robbins hosting Eagles Landing on Saturday here at McConnell-Talbert. They'll be at Baldwin next week, or host Baldwin next week. Thomas County Central hosting Monroe of Albany, and they'll be at Cairo next week. And then Veterans High School hosting Jones County at Freedom Field. Next week they'll host the Blue Devils of Statesboro High School.
And Warner Robbins has taken their sideline.
So the Demons tonight in red tops and white pants with the black stripe down the side and the white numerals. Trojans in white tops with the black numerals and black pants, and the usual white helmet with the black Rocker Lee logo on the side with the black stripe down the middle. And Trojans are getting ready for the crash through. About to get underway here in just a second here at the MAC in Warner Robbins. Lee County and Warner Robbins getting ready to take the field to kick off the 2025 football season. Glad to have you along with us here on the Trojan Radio tonight. The Lee County High School Marching Trojan Band is here and in the stadium making some noise as well. glad to have them here with us too. Cheerleaders also along the sidelines getting ready to cheer on the team as they come out. And here come the Trojans. Trojans making their way down the sidelines, getting ready to kick this thing off, and the clock is down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's time for kickoff. Again, thank you for being with us tonight, thetrojanradio.com. If you haven't already, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and keep up with all the things going on in Lee County. Well, Drew, what do you think so far of this experience?
This is a good experience. It's a great view. When is the Manning cast going to come in? Peyton and Eli, are they on this game?
They actually aren't.
Oh, okay.
They would be on some other channel.
Okay.
Fortunately.
Wasn't sure.
Yes.
But this is a great venue for football. A lot of reputation, a lot of stories on this field, and it's going to be a fun night.
It is always.
The Trojans are preparing to kick the ball off.
Yes, should be Knight, number 33, kicking off for the Trojans tonight. But we'll check that jersey number. Actually, yep, 33. Getting ready to kick it off. Got it teed up on the 40-yard line. So Knight will be kicking from left to right tonight. So Trojans will kick off to Warner Robbins first tonight.
Kind of hard to see it this thing. From in jerseys. Number 1's in the center.
And we are underway. Long kick taken back at the 1-yard line, coming out 10, 15, and stopped right there around the 16, 17-yard line.
It was number 8.
Number 8, the ball carrier for the Demons, Scott Atkinson. So Warner Robbins on offense first tonight as they get set up right inside the 20-yard line, call it the 17. Actually, they're going to place it right at the 18-yard line. So a fortuitous spot as the Demons get set up first and 10 from their own 18-yard line, moving from right to left. Two receivers far side, one near side. And in motion, snap to the quarterback, low snap, it's a give, running right up the middle, pushing the line across the 20 up to about the 21-yard line. Quarterback for the Demons tonight is Ellison Dantes.
That offensive line got a nice push off of that snap.
A lot of people have been saying the Lee County defense is just as strong with a lot of returners, so we'll hope that holds true tonight. Two receivers near side, one far side this time, but let's see what we call it, offsides on the Trojans. So that'll tack on 5 more yards. That'll give them second down and short to work with. The ball will be moved up to the 25, just over the 25-yard line as the Demons move from right to left. Just underway here in this first quarter, 11:26 to go here in Warner Robbins. Two receivers near side, one far side. Quarterback up to the line, changing the play. Everybody's set once again. Snap. Running right side. Quarterback gets up to the 26, 27-yard line. It's going to be close. We'll check the spot and see. But Dantes tried to get it up. He's going to pick up maybe a yard, half a yard. They're going to call it on the 26-yard line, moving from right to left. So third down now for the Demons. One receiver each side this time for the Demons. Dantes. Got guys on either hip. Now there's a flag and another offsides penalty on the Trojans. So give the Demons a first down. Move the ball out to the 31-yard line of their very own as the Demons move from right to left. 10:47 to go here in this first quarter. No score between the Demons and the Trojans. Two receivers near side, one far side. Snap, Dante's quick pass, caught near side, wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Down quickly.
6 on the stop that time. That was Jace Murray for Lee County. Second, they're going to say lost a yard. Call it 2nd and 11 upcoming for the Demons. Ball's right on the 30-yard line. 10:23 to go here in this first quarter. No score between the Demons and Trojans. Try the same look again. Two receivers far side, one near side. Snap. Dante's, it's a reverse coming near side, picking up probably 5, 6, 7 yards. The lost yard plus some. Ball carrier that time was Ontavius Hawkins. It's 3rd down now for the Demons. 3rd and about 4. Ball's on the 37-yard line. Near hash for the Demons. Down to 10:08 to go here in the first quarter. Demons, one receiver near side, two far side. Dante's. Got a man in motion, moving far side. Snap, Dante scrambling. Quick toss near side. Got the first down and more. 50, 45, and pushed out of bounds. That was 32. Jalen Carolina on the stop. Number 9, Peyton Zitterman, was the ball carrier that time.
That motion to the offside, both of those plays got the defense pushing the opposite direction of where the ball was going.
And gave Warner Robbins a huge first down inside Trojan territory down to the 41. 10 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Demons driving. Two receiver near side, one far side. Got a man on his right hip and one on his left. Snap, give, met right at the line, dropped for a loss. That time on the stop, that was number 20, Jordan Jones. So a loss of about 2 that time.
Very strong penetration straight up the middle on that.
Absolutely. Trojan defense read that well. And a great crowd from Leesburg and Lee County here tonight in Warner Robbins. Two receivers far side, one near side. Ball's on the near hash. Dante shouting the play, trying to get set. Man in motion. 9 running far side. Snap. Dante, quick pass, far side. Caught and dropped. Man alive. Lasiah Jackson in on the stop on that far side. Another loss of about 2 or 3 more.
He read that receiver on the outside very quickly and was all over him once the ball got there.
Back up, KJ.
Far side on the hash now. It's 3rd down and about 13 or 14. Demons getting set. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. It's 3rd down and about 14.
Damn, KJ!
Getting set. Dante. Taking forever. Play clock running down. Finally takes the snap, scrambling, tosses it near side, caught at the near hash, and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That time Ezra Goings was the receiver. It's 4th down and 10 now for the Demons.
There we go. They're going to punt the ball now.
Punter standing back at his own 44-yard line. Trojan defense stands strong. Back deep to receive for the Trojans. Believe that's number 3.
Yes.
Trey Bush. Snap. Ball is away. High kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 11, and it's going to be down right. Nope. They were not able to down it inside the 5, and so it goes back. It is a touchback, so the Trojans will have the ball 1st and 10 from our own 20.
He tried. He just couldn't get his hands around the ball.
He couldn't quite wrap it up. The defender.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Good for the Trojans.
Absolutely. Demons tried to down it inside the 5, but nothing doing. So first look at Trojan offense tonight. as number 12, Marcus Snipes, makes his way out to the field. Two receivers near side. Kenton Williams lined up behind Snipes. Snap, give. Kenton trying to run up the middle, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard further. So call it a pickup of 1. 2nd and 9 upcoming for the Trojans.
Dante lined up in the backfield there. What was that? Kenton Williams.
Yep.
There we go.
Trojans taking plenty of time here to try to get set. Two receivers near side. Getting the linemen lined up. Now Williams moving to Snipes' right hip. Snap, Snipes. Quick pass, near side, incomplete. Intended for Williams. Could have been a first down, but falls incomplete, which brings up 3rd and 9 now for Lee County. 6:35 to go here in this first quarter. No score between the Trojans and the Demons here at the MAC, Commonwealth Talbert Stadium and Warner Robbins. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here in the press box on thetrojanradio.com. Thanks for being with us tonight.
It'll be really good if they can push this first down here to get some confidence for the young quarterback and the team he's with.
Two receivers far side, one near side. Snap, pass, far side, incomplete. Oh my goodness, that pass was intended for number 10, Destin Bell, and that just fell incomplete. It was right on the tips of his fingers as he was falling out of bounds near the midfield stripe, but Knight will have to come on and punt this thing away.
He did have some encouragement to drop the ball with the Warner Robbins defender right there on top of him. It wasn't good coverage, but that was a close one.
Just couldn't come up with it. And so Lee County offense stalls here. Have to punt it away back deep to receive. Warner Robbins standing on his own 42-yard line. Punt formation for the Trojans. Snap. Oh, it gets away from Knight. He picks it up. Is able to get it kicked. And it goes straight up in the air and takes a bounce at the Trojan 43-yard line, which is where it will be downed. So huge mistake, almost avoided. At least there is a flag back there, 2 flags. So we'll see if there's a roughing the punter. There's 2 flags. There's one at the 20-yard line and one at the 11. So we'll have to see what the indication is. Looking at Mr. Whitehat to see what the discussion is. So the ball was snapped. It got by the punter. Knight picked it up off the ground and getting away from some of the defenders who were closing in. He punted it away, and it was down inside the 45 of the Trojans. So short field to work with if it stands.
Personal foul.
It was. My goodness. So even though Knight was trying to make something happen and he got run into, it was a penalty. So, wow. Wow. So a fresh set of downs.
First down.
That's right. It was not in the traditional sense, but hey, it works. So Trojans get a first down because of the personal foul penalty, roughing the kicker. So now the Trojans have the ball 1st and 10 from our own 36-yard line, moving from left to right. 6:14 to go here in this first quarter. No score between the Trojans and the Demons here in Warner Robbins. 2 receivers far side. Snap, Snipes. Give, trying to run up the middle. That's ball. He picked up, he lost a couple yards. My goodness. Got hit in the backfield. Lost them. They're going to call it loss of 2, so 2nd and 12 upcoming for Lee County. 5:50 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Ball's on the 34-yard line. He's got to get across the 45 to pick up the first down. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side this time for Snipes. Blackwell in motion. Snap. Give to Ball, far side. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Trojans. 28 is Dominique Ball for Lee County. So 3rd and 10 as number 8 for the Trojans, Jordan Bush, checks in.
They're
Destin
certainly trying to find their rhythm here as they move through this, trying to set up some runs that will open up the passing game. But right now it's been tight.
2 receivers each side. Snap. Under some pressure. Snipes gets away. Airs it out. Throws. Just overthrows Jaden Upshaw. That falls incomplete. And honestly, this is a lot of what we saw last week at the scrimmage in Leesburg. We had flashes of brilliance, but then there were opportunities where just overthrowing receivers or just some miscommunication on some routes. Got a lot of, as in the words of the coaches, we got a lot of work this week.
Yes. These first games, you'll see, we can always see a lot of that, especially when we have newness on the team like we see this year. And this
Knight
punt was fielded cleanly. Low punt. Ball will be down 23-yard line.
That's where it will be down. Trojans down the ball, back inside Demon territory. Very thankful this time that it went further, and Knight was, like you said, able to cleanly field that ball and put it away. So now the Demons will have another shot at the offense coming up in just a second. Want to mention a couple of things going on at Lee County High School. Lots of things coming up, specifically coming up on Monday. It's Underclassmen Picture Day. So Monday, August 18th, dress your best and bring your brightest smile. All underclassmen, you can order those pictures at bpiphotography.net. Snap. Dante given up right up the middle, got to the 26-yard line, so a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7 upcoming.
KJ Johnson met him in the middle of that line as he began his run and stopped him where he was.
2nd down and 7 now upcoming for the Demons. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Back lined up right beside Dante's. Low snap, Dante's picks it up, heaves it far side, incomplete. Over around the 30-yard line. Would have been close to a first down, but it falls incomplete for the Demons. So 3rd and 7 now upcoming for Warner Robbins.
That was very fortunate. He was fortunate to pick that ball up, and then obviously the rush was there. He threw it straight over the receiver's head, just out of his reach. Let's see what happens here, what they're going to do. Based on their play selection, I'm guessing here they're probably going to try to pass again, or possibly some mixed direction like they did earlier.
Well, that reverse really got everybody, even got me earlier. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Ball is in the middle of the field. Empty backfield for Dante's. And it looks like the Trojans will take a timeout. So Lee County takes a timeout here with 3:55 to go in the first quarter. No score between the Trojans and the Demons. Thanks for being with us tonight on the broadcast. TheTrojanRadio.com. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here in the press box at the MAC in Warner Robbins. Want to mention a couple things coming up at Lee County High School. Get your yearbook today. It's the lowest price of the year. Yearbooks are $80 now through September 12th. Just go online to jostens.com/BTS offer. jostens.com/BTS offer. You can add personalization and get 4 free icons. That's yearbook. Order it today to get your lowest price. like I said a minute ago, Underclassmen Picture Day is coming up on Monday, August 18th. Dress your best, bring your brightest smile. You can pre-order those photos online at bpiphotography.net. Make sure you come dressed for success and look your best. Coming up on Monday. Back to live action. One receiver each side. Snap. It's going to be an option far side. No, a helmet popped off over there. That was number 2, Hawkins, the ball carrier that time. Picked up a couple yards. It's still going to be 4th down and about 3 for the Demons. The ball is on their own 29-yard line as they send in the punter to kick this thing away.
You know, his helmet did gain another 10 yards.
I'm thankful that doesn't count.
Exactly.
So Demons will punt this away and back deep to receive. Trey Bush. High kick. No return. It's going to take a bounce at the 35 and continue to roll. My goodness alive. It's all the way back to the 15-yard line. So that ball has dug a deep hole for the Trojans whenever they pick up the ball for the second shot at offense here in the first quarter. 3:04 to go here in the first quarter. No score between Lee County and Warner Robbins.
Continually being pushed back here in the backside of their own yard marker, it's going to be tough to do anything real creative, so they're going to have to push forward, get the offensive line in gear and push forward to get some yards so that they can operate easier.
Let's see what kind of work they have put in this week. One receiver each side. Snap to Snipes. Give, running far side across the 20, 25, pushed out of bounds. Should be enough, or should be close to a first down. Ball carrier that time, I believe, was Walker. Whistles. Oh, they say first down.
Chain crew didn't move quite so quickly. So.
Well, they were doubting it, and I think that's why the side judge over here blew the whistle and went, no, first down. So we'll take it. 2:58 to go here in this first quarter. Trojans with the ball, snap to Snipes, running near side. Oh, dropped in the backfield. He's going to try to keep moving, but caught right at the line. Maybe a pickup of a yard or two. That's Walker again, advancing the ball. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 upcoming for Lee County. One receiver each side this time for Snipes. Ball's in the middle of the field. 81 and oh, there's a flag. Let's see what the indication is. False start on the Trojans. 81 for the Trojans. That's Jamari Arnold. Was trying to switch sides of the field before the ball was snapped, and they called false start. So that'll back the Trojans up. So instead of 2nd and 8, 2nd and 13. 2:14 to go here in this first quarter. No score between the Trojans and the Demons. Trojans taking plenty of time. I was looking for the play clock. Normally they have it close enough where you can see either side, and I hadn't seen one either. Snap. Snipes gets away, heaves it downfield, and it is caught.
There you go.
First down, Lee County. Number 5, Jaden Upshaw.
Yard line.
Huge. Snipes gets the ball all the way down inside the 40 of the Demons. Jaden Upshaw and the sure hands of number 5 pull that ball in. They're going to mark it down at the 41. Oh, they're back to it. Snap. Ball across the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and he's tackled there for another Lee County first down.
They're moving between fits here. Looks like they're going to go fast
Brought
again on this
down
one.
at
Yep,
the
up the
20-yard
line.
line.
There we
Demon
go.
20 again.
Trojans up to the line quickly.
Two receivers
far
hustling to
side.
catch up.
That's right.
Jones H back to the right.
Snap.
Back. Hand off the ball.
Hand off. Ball trying to get up the middle. Going to be met right there at the line. Looks like another Demon lost his helmet. So first and 10 becomes second and 10. The ball is back on the 20-yard line. Well, they're going to give him a yard forward, so call it second and 9 upcoming now for Lee County. Trying to watch the play clock to see just how much time, but I do not see a play clock in this whole facility. It's somewhere. Two receivers near side, one far side. Williams in the backfield. Oh, the ball is on the ground, and the Demons have it. It was a bad exchange.
I think the ball was being snapped to the crossing receiver in motion. And get the bad exchange there.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle, and they just could not come up with it. Canton Williams saw the ball on the ground, tried to land on it, but the Demons got to it before the Trojans did, and so that drive will stall out. So turning the ball over is never a good thing.
There are some things to talk about on the sideline that happened really good in that drive.
Absolutely. That's right.
Some things were happening well.
First and 10 for the Demons at the 26-yard line, moving from right to left. With 1:01 to go here in the first. Snap. A new quarterback in, number 6, airing it out near side. It's almost picked off. 3, Colin Surf. Trying to make something, well, I take that back, that was actually Trey Bush, trying to make something happen near side, but quarterback was Kevius Bryant. Checking back in, Ellison Dantes for the Demons. Ball's on the 26, check that 27-yard line, second and 10 for the Demons. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Dante, snap, quick pass, far side, caught up around the 31. They're going to say he caught it, stepped out of bounds over there, so a pickup of just 2 or 3, call it third down and about 7. Ball is up to the 30. Ball's on the far hash. Moving to the left, from right to left. 25 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Warner Robbins with the ball. Empty backfield for Dantes. He's up to the line, changing the play and getting set once again with 2 receivers each side. Now they're whistles. And the Demons are going to take a timeout. 12 seconds to go here in this first quarter. No score between the Trojans and the Demons. Thanks for being with us tonight on the broadcast, thetrojanradio.com.
It appears that the change of play was not what was desired on the sidelines.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what they come up with after that.
Absolutely. It is interesting to see the play calling and what is for our offense, what is always fun to watch, is that quick to the line while the defense is still trying to get set. You go ahead and snap the ball, and then suddenly you're down the field 10, 20 yards. And then that pass from Snipes to Upshaw, just flipping into the field, was absolutely huge. Timeout is over. Third down now for the Demons as they move from right to left. Again, 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter. No score between the Trojans and the Demons. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Low snap. Dantes picks it up and runs far side. He's out to the 30, trying to push forward, and does push forward to the 34, but it's still not enough for the first down. So it's going to be 4th. Oh my goodness, they didn't give him much forward progress. They're going to say 4th and 3. I thought it was going to be closer to 1 or 2 maybe. So they're going to put the ball on their own 33-yard line. lots of whistles as the refs try to figure out what's going on here. So an official timeout as everybody gets a water break. It has been hot today. I know I was watching the temperature on my vehicle as I drove up here, and the outside temperature started out, 96. The further north I got, 100, 101. And of course, everybody is still sitting out here fanning and trying to stay cool, but it has been a hot day in South and Middle Georgia.
It is that time of year, and imagine what these young men have been going through, and the bands as well. They all practice. They try to practice in the mornings, try to practice in the evenings, but it's still hot. It's just hot in Georgia.
Yes, it is. It is sure hot out there tonight, and we're very thankful to be inside the press box. A little bit of air conditioning going, so I'm very thankful.
Same here.
Second quarter getting ready to start here. We are at the McConnell Talbert Stadium here on South Davis Drive, right across the street from Warner Robbins High School here in Warner Robbins, Georgia, Houston County. First game of the season for both teams. Demons with the ball, punting it away. Straight up in the air. It is going to go forward, and it is caught by the Trojans at our own 43-yard line. Thankful that it was caught.
Yes, the last one was about the same spot and bounced for 20 yards, so it's very good that he was able to get that. He probably got coached up after the last one, encouraged to catch it.
Don't let it roll. Number 3, Trey Bush of the Trojans caught that ball. So now Trojans with the ball first and 10, moving from right to left. The ball is on our own 43-yard line, moving from right to left. Just underway here in the second quarter, 11:53 to go before halftime. No score between the Trojans and Demons. Two receivers far side. Snap to Snipes, give to Kent Williams, running near side, 40, 45, and pushed out of bounds around the 47-yard line. So pickup of 3 or 4. So manageable now for the Trojans. Call it 2nd and 6 upcoming. Trojans back up to the line. Again, taking plenty of time. Again, not really sure about the play clock or anything like that, but Trojans up to the line now. Two receivers far side. The ball is on the near hash. Kent Williams to Snipes' right. Snap, give. Kent Williams pushing his way across the 50, down inside the Demon territory. Call it the 48-yard line. 3rd and 1 now coming for the Trojans.
The run is really looking a lot better than it did early as it started out. They have room behind them. They have room to run. The offensive line is doing a good job.
Snap, give. Kent, there's flags. Illegal shift is what it looks like on the Trojans. See what the official call is. That's what the preliminary was. Yep, illegal shift against the Trojans, so that will back the Trojans up. So 3rd and 1. Tack on some more penalty yards. That stops the clock at 11:22 to go here in the second quarter. 0-0 score here in Warner Robbins between the Trojans and Demons. And like you said, Drew, one of the things that I've really appreciated here in the second half, you can see the adjustments that have been made just in these last few minutes, so that the Trojans have a really good shot of doing something.
Oh, absolutely. And the offensive line is firing off the ball on those runs. Even then on the penalty, they pushed them. They had them 3 yards downfield before it stopped. So it's a big advantage when you can do that for your running game.
3rd and 6 now for Lee County. Ball is back on our side of the field at the 47-yard line. 11:22 to go here in the second quarter. Ball's on the near hash. One receiver each side for Snipes. Williams lined up behind Snipes. Snap, give. Williams running near side. Met right at the line and pushed out of bounds. So no gain. 4th and 6 now for the Trojans. I was going to say, the clock stopped momentarily, but I didn't think he got out of bounds before he was stopped. So the clock continues to roll down to 11 minutes to go now before halftime. So Knight will have to come on and punt this away and try to punt it deep so Warner Robbins has a hard time getting out of that hole, or at least in the shadow of their own goalpost. That's what we're hoping for anyway. Knight standing back on his own 34-yard line, kicking from right to left.
Snap back.
Oh, it's a fake.
It's a fake.
Snap. Running, right up the middle, got to the midfield stripe, but does not pick up the first down. Number 6, Jace Murray, the ball carrier. It was a fake, but Murray not able to pick up the first down. So now the Demons are able to start off with this set of downs from the 50.
A short field will be somebody's big friend tonight. It'll really be a friend. Here they line up.
Ball's in the middle of the field. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Dantes waiting for the snap after a man in motion. Takes the snap, looking to throw, airs it out, and it is incomplete. Just a miscommunication there. 4, Ezra Goings was the intended receiver, but it was thrown 5-6 yards to his left. So
Over his back
Yeah.
shoulder. Interesting. Well, there was good pressure. Good pressure from the defensive front on that.
KJ.
2nd and 10. 3 receivers far side. Snap, throw, far side, caught, and out of bounds up around or down inside the 45-yard line. That was Hawkins who caught that ball for Dantes.
Yeah, he marked that right on the 45 yards, so this is going to be 3rd and 5.
Demons up to the line quickly now. Trying the screen pass this side this time. Whistles, and the Trojans will take another timeout.
I think the 4 wideouts on the right side gave pause.
Absolutely.
Something to stop and think about.
Well, it worked last time to pick up positive yards. So try to slow it down and hopefully keep that from happening once again. 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Curious to see what the defense will have dialed up this time whenever the play resumes once this timeout is over.
If they can keep the pressure coming like they showed in the last drive, that will solve a lot of ailments that are in early in the games when Warner Robbins was moving the ball relatively at ease.
Absolutely.
The defensive front provided additional pressure.
Score nothing to nothing. We're here.
Warner Robbins had to deviate what they were doing.
Warner Robbins, the Demons and the Trojans.
If the offense can get some more confidence and put together some more drives, I'm hoping that'll give them an opportunity to try to open some things up. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Ball's on the far hash for Dantes, and somebody brought out the wonderful Vuvuzela. Snap, Dantes. Under some pressure, dropped.
Trojans.
Nice. All the way back inside the 45-yard line. That was Jackson Knight.
You're right, KJ.
Excuse me. That was KJ Johnson. Excuse me. Knight's the kicker. Johnson with a huge sack back at the 45-yard line. 4th down now and about 15 upcoming for the Demons.
Yeah, that was good defensive pressure.
Absolutely.
That's a good defensive
We'll take that
pressure.
every time.
Every time.
Snap. Punt high up. Going to take a bounce at the 30 and be fielded right at the 25. That is where number 3, Trey Bush, is dropped. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans coming up at the 25 of our very own, moving from right to left. Thanks for being with us tonight on the broadcast. TheTrojanRadio.com. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here in the press box at the MAC in Warner Robbins.
Trey did a nice job of bringing that ball in. With the way it was kicked short, the bounce could have gotten over his head quickly and been down to another 10 yards deeper. But he went ahead and pulled it in and took some hits for it, but he did pull it in.
Well, and especially with so many defenders right around him, he kept his cool and was able to catch that. And now that ball is being marked off. I didn't see what the penalty
Trojans
was.
still on the sideline, huddled up, trying to get a little
It's like
discussion going.
a personal foul variety. They moved the ball all the way back inside the 15 to the 13. Fabrizio's over talking to the side judge, trying to get an explanation here close to the 30-yard line. But the Trojans now backed up inside the 15. They'll have the ball 1st and 10, moving from right to left. I did not see the flag, nor did I see the penalty that they were talking about.
I didn't see the flag. I didn't see any signal. They just moved the ball.
They did. They sure did.
Now, they can do that. But,
Ball on the near hash, 2 receivers far side, or Snipes and the Trojans. Snap. Looking to throw, hit from behind as he threw, intended for Upshaw, but the ball falls just short because of the defender coming around from behind him, hit him on the shoulder just as he threw.
It's very fortunate they've gotten that off. The hoop was, like you say, was on him. He was ready to take him down from the backside.
And that close to the end zone, because he would have been around the 5. Knocked that ball loose, caused a fumble, and then it was an easy score. Fortunately, 2nd and 10 now for Lee County. From our own 13-yard line, moving from right to left. 2 receivers far side. Snap. Snipes looking to throw. Got all day, trying to get away from defenders. He's going to tuck it and run. 10, 15, 20, and step out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. My goodness. Just trying to make something happen when you are faced with calamity. Can't get the ball down the field. Trying to get away from defenders. Certainly don't want to take a sack inside the 5.
Right, and scrambling backwards is not an option when there's the end zone. So you really have limited options on what to do.
3rd and 4 upcoming for Lee County. Ball is just over or close to the 20. 1 receiver each side. Carter Blackwell moving near side. Snap. Give, running near side. It's ball. Cannot turn the corner. Gets right to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 4th down. Didn't really have a whole lot of field to work with because we were on the short side of the field, coming from the near hash, so didn't really have a whole lot of room to try to turn to come up the sidelines. And they read it, the Demons read it, and stopped him right at the line. So 4th down now for Lee County. Knight standing back on the 5-yard line to punt it away. Gotta be careful here. Gonna try a fake again? Nope. Snap to Knight. Gets the punt away. Nice high, long punt. Caught at the 41. Fair catch there on the Demon side of the field. So they'll have good field position whenever we get back underway here in just a second. 1st and 10 from the 42 for the Demons. 8:04 to go here in the 2nd quarter. No score between the Trojans and the Demons.
That was a good punt. The idea of the ball, you struggled to catch it earlier. This time he caught it cleanly, had good protection, was able to get that, switched it up on the other side of the field, so they're on their 40, 42. And we'll see where we go from here. If they're already on the ball.
Scores 0-0, Trojan football on Now FM.
1 receiver each side. Ball's in the middle of the field. Snap. Give. Running near side. Broke a tackle across the 45. Pushed out of bounds around the 47-yard line. Nice run that time for the Demons.
And they're on the ball again. Preparing for their next play.
1 receiver each side. It's Dante's. Demons moving from left to right, trying to get the Trojans to jump off sides with a hard count. So that's actually Bryant. Walks up around the line, changes the play, trying to get the Trojans, and this time they get the flag, and the Trojans are offsides. That'll give the Demons a first down.
An easy first down. I'm still puzzled by the fact that there's no clock.
Yeah, it's how do you know if there's a delay of game? Because normally that 25-second clock or 40-second clock would be somewhere around the track, on the side. I don't see one anywhere, so they must be counting very well. There's another flag and more whistles. Did you call a delay of game? False start on the Demons.
That looks like the clock right there. It's just not working.
Oh, I see what you mean. On the
They're on the track.
yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
I can assure you they did not call me today and ask me if they should plug it in or not.
Charge the batteries or put some new ones in it.
Exactly.
Demons 1st and 15. Ball's on the ground, but he picks it up. Bryant got the pass off, but Trojans wrap him up in the backfield. In on the stop for the Trojans that time, like Martin Atkins, number 16. Second and forever now for the Demons. 6:43 to go here before halftime. Demons now with the ball on the far hash. It's second down and about 20.
Still no huddle.
So they had 12 men on the
Two
field.
receivers far side, one near side. Snap. Reverse. Trying to pass. Incomplete pass near side. Excuse me. They tried the reverse. Hawkins for the Demons tried to throw it to Zitterman on the near side, and he was under some pressure, and the pass was short and incomplete.
The Trojans provided good pressure there, but they also stayed at home. If they had left their positions out here on the near side, it would have been wide open and no pressure. He could have caught the ball. But he was being pressured. Coverage was there. The ball hits the ground.
Fourth down now. Trey Bush back deep to receive for Lee County. Demons going to punt it. Snap, high kick. Going to be caught. 28. He's over across the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, and pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Another huge Lee County first down.
Flags are on the field.
Naturally.
Right here where the block would have been.
And we'll go to break with that. 6:10 to go in the half.
Probably blocked in the back. Probably waiting for Mr. Whitehat to the head ref to actually say what it was, but it is in the vicinity of block in the back, so they're talking about it now. Oh, what an awesome return. Trey Bush caught that ball back at the 28, and before you knew it, he was already at midfield, streaking down the sidelines, and pushed out of bounds around the 30, they're going to say the 32-yard line inside Demon territory. They're still talking about the flags and the location of the ball. So, head ref, they're marking it off from the 50. Yep. And it was, they're calling it holding. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so from the 50 back to the 40-yard line. So it negates a lot of yards, but still, it's positive.
10-yard penalty, 20-yard loss of yardage.
That's right.
But the 40 is a good place.
Pick up
Good
of
field
12
position. Absolutely.
from where he caught it to where the ball is now. 6:10 to go here before halftime. Trojans with the ball moving from right to left. Ball's on the near hash moving from right to left. One receiver far side. Snap to Snipes. Give right up the middle. Still pushing across the 40, 45 up to the 48-yard line. Close to another first down. Walker, the ball carrier that time, number 7. 5:50 to go here in the second quarter.
With the offensive line right now, running is a very good option. They're holding their positions and moving the ball, moving the line back.
2nd and 2, one receiver far side. Snipes with a man on either side. Snap. Give to Williams. Wide open. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Trojans. Wow. How do you do? Yes. 5:18 to go here in the second quarter. And 40-yard run, untouched. Canton Williams into the end zone for 6. And the scoreboard gave the Demons 4 points. Okay, they're fixing it now. So there we go. That was unexpected. So Trojans do strike first.
I was sitting at 5 for a moment.
Yes. Knight on to kick the PAT. Whole kick is up, and it's good, but there are whistles. Let's see what there's a flag near side. See what the indication is.
Most of them on the field, Coach. Most of them on the field. We're going to win.
Looking to see if they're going to make him re-kick.
If they're going half
Offsides against the Demons.
You want to go half distance, just go wing Marshawn. Wing Marshawn. Wing Marshawn. Wing Marshawn. Wing Marshawn.
So with the penalty and moving the ball half the distance to the goal, we're going to go for 2.
They just run in the offensive line.
They sure did.
We got it, Coach.
So Fabrizio's over talking to the head ref and the side judge, standing out around the numbers, talking about everything, getting things set, offensive line, and I was looking to see if it was Upshaw for the direct snap. Going for 2 here. Snap to ball. There's whistles and flags everywhere. Ball gets in, but let's look at the indication.
He went into the
So
end zone.
looks to be another flag on the Demons. So we'll see if they have to do it again. Third time's the charm, right?
This is going to be interesting. They blew the whistle, which means it's a dead ball. Everybody stops play on the whistle.
Right.
He wasn't in yet, so it's going to be interesting. Yep, here we go. We're going to do it again.
Do it again. Third time's the charm. Going for 2. Snap to ball. Pushing, and he's in. 2-point conversion is good.
Oh! We need to have Upshaw run conversion is good.
5:17 to go here in this second quarter. Trojans score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion to make it 8-0 here in this second quarter in Warner Robins.
And we just have been given the signal for a good extra point. It took a minute, but we did get it, so that's a good thing.
I was watching the side judge on the far side over there, and it took a second. I could see ball get over the goal line, and so then it took him a second, but he did finally signal that it was good.
5:17 to go in the first half.
Hey,
8-0.
Coach Snap.
Thanks for listening to the broadcast tonight here on TheTrojanRadio.com. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here in the press box at the MAC in Warner Robins, McConnell Talbot Stadium. Getting all of our socials updated. If you don't follow us, please follow us on Twitter or X. Like us on Facebook. And you can always check out our website, TheTrojanRadio.com. Knight's got it set up on the 40-yard line. We got whistles so we can get underway, and Knight will kick from right to left now that the Trojans are ahead 8-0. Low line line drive kick, go into the end zone for a touchback. Got right by one of the up men. Could not come up with it. So the Demons will have it out at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, moving from left to right. 5:17 to go here in the second quarter. Trojans 8, Demons nothing.
It looks like it's cooled off a little bit out there. I'm sure it is at 86 degrees.
I was going to say, I'll take your word for it. I'm not interested in going out there quite yet. I'm enjoying the nice breeze from the air conditioning unit behind us.
Oh, it's really easy to talk about the temperature and the breeze. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I know that there's a good number of Trojan fans who are here on this visitor side. Pretty good crowd over there on the Warner Robbins side too. Demons now with the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20, moving from left to right. Ball in the middle of the field, 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Snap, Dante under a lot of pressure, gets the pass off, far side, pushed out of bounds around the 30-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. We'll just have to wait and see where they decide to spot it. Dante's under some pressure, scrambling backwards about 10, 12 yards before he's able to finally give kind of an alley-oop pass before it's caught, and they get close. 2nd and 2 now coming for the Demons. 2 receivers, far side, 1 near side. Dante's gets the snap, rolling near side. Option look, but he's going to get across the 30, 35, 40, and finally pulled down around the 45. It's on the turf, and the Trojans have it. First down, Lee County, after the ball is popped up by the Demon quarterback. Hold the phone. Nope. Hold the phone. The refs say no. Quarterback was down, and the Demons maintain possession. Where's the video review when you need it?
It's on Manning Cast.
We'll have to ask Eli what he saw.
Exactly.
1st and 10 Demons now from the 45-yard line, moving from left to right. 4:43 to go here in the second quarter. Trojans up 8-0. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side for the Demons. The ball's in the middle of the field. Dante's low snap, he gets by it. The ball is still down. Will the Trojans have it this time? Yes, they do.
From the gun from the Demon.
And it's better position than it was earlier.
It sure is. That is awesome. The ball got, the snap for Dante's has been on the ground, just about on the ground the whole night. And this time it got by him. Trojans got there, fell on the ball, and so now Lee County with the ball, 1st and 10, moving from right to left. The ball is on the Demon 33-yard line.
That was a 10-yard pickup.
Absolutely. I'll take that all day. 4:25 to go here before halftime. Trojans with an 8-0 lead on the Demons. 1 receiver each side for Snipes. Ball's on the near hash. 1st and 10. Snap. Looking to throw. Snipes has got all day. Upshaw. Oh my goodness. Almost had one-handed catch, but there is a flag. Will it be pass interference? We'll have to watch and see what the indication is. It was thrown in that vicinity, but that doesn't mean anything. Upshaw was right at the 2-yard line. Had his arm up, trying to one-hand that ball and pull it in, but had some help in getting knocked away. And that is the indication. Pass interference on the defense. Move that ball on down the field to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Lee County after the pass interference call against the Demons on Jaden Upshaw, number 5.
That's very good because that ball was really going to be a tough catch if he was going to catch it. So this is very, very fortunate.
2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Snap, give, ball, looking for a hole. Stutter stepping and finally falling forward inside the 15 for a pickup of about 3 or 4. Check the spot once he gets there. But Ball had that ball and was looking for holes, and he'd wait, and then he'd jump forward and wait again, and picked up 4 yards. So call it 2nd and 6 now upcoming with 3:56 to go here in the second. Trojans up 8-0. Snap. Give to ball again, right up the middle, pushing, taking 3 or 4 guys to pull him down. He picks up about 2 more down to the 11-yard line, and there's flags everywhere. What in the world happened there that time? It's thrown here on the near side. For goodness sake, please don't let it be personal foul against the Trojans.
There's aggressive movement. How it comes out, but
that was very polite.
yes,
Aggressive movement. I like that.
The offensive line was doing a good job.
Hey, where's Bo at?
Let's see.
Those boys said, man, pay attention, man. You did the camera all over.
The only concern I would have is that if, and again, I didn't see it, but if right at the end of that play there was some extracurricular shoving by both sides, if there is anything, I hope it's offsetting. But we have a tendency sometimes to pick up those personal foul penalties, like Candy actually. Let's see. Well, the ref has not moved yet with the ball.
Put the ball down.
Okay, so head ref is signaling personal foul, Trojans. Personal foul, Demons. Offset.
Okay.
Dodged one there. 2nd and 2 now coming up for Lee County. The ball is on the 11-yard line. Trojans moving from right to left. 11 yards to pay dirt with 3:41 to go here before halftime. Trojans up 8-0. One receiver each side. The ball is on the near hash. Snipes up to the line. Now coming back. Ball was lined up on his left. Still waiting. There's the whistle. Now we can get started. And now there's some more whistles. What in the world? Was it delay of game? Do we know?
I would have a hard time believing it's delay a game with no clock, and they had just blown the whistle to bring it live. So
they're all standing over there around the 15-yard line discussing it. My goodness. So we're waiting to see what the call is going to be. Now everybody is about to get set.
our strike friends are going back to their positions.
They are. The ball was not moved. The ball is still on the 11. There's the whistle to play again.
Let's see if we can do this.
I think it's one of those, my bad. One receiver each side. 3rd and 2. Snap. Give to ball. Across the 10. 5! Touchdown with a flag at the 2-yard line. Let's see what that is. Flag was thrown right at the 2 as he was going into the end zone. Oh,
Holding
my
at the 5.
goodness.
Put it back to the 15.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back, or something like that. So no touchdown, but holding at the 5, and so Trojans will have the ball back at the Demon 15-yard line. Trying to get the ball set, figure out where it's supposed to be, and I think we're set, or pretty close to it. There's the whistle. Trojans getting set at the line.
Let's try this again.
Snipes and Walker. Or Snipes with Walker in the backfield. Snap. Snipes looking to throw. Got some time. Pass is batted around and down. Blackwell there, the intended receiver, just cannot pull it in. And so that brings up 4th down. My goodness. 3:16 to go here in the second quarter. Trojans up 8-0. And now Knight is going to come on to kick a field goal. He'll kick from the 22, so call it a 32-yard field goal. Snap, kick is up, and it is good. Wow.
You know, it's not pretty, but it works.
It sure did.
And that's what counts. That's what scores.
All day long. 11 beats 0 every time.
That's right.
So with 3:12 to go here in this second quarter, Lee County 11, Warner Robbins 0. Thanks for being here with us on the broadcast tonight. TheTrojanRadio.com. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here in the press box at the MAC in Warner Robbins. First game of the 2025 season for both squads. We are super excited that you are along with us for the ride tonight. If you haven't already, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and keep up with all things Lee County on our website, TheTrojanRadio.com. Knight getting it teed up at the 40-yard line as the Trojans kick from right to left. Demons with 3 guys ready to try to return this. Mention some announcements coming up in just a second. Nice kick, not very high, but it does go out of the back of the end zone.
That was solid. That was very solid. The last kick was almost a squib kick about 4 feet off the ground. And it could have been good if it had bounced off of someone, but this was a good kick, up, over their heads, into the end zone.
So the Demons will have the ball first and 10 from their own 20-yard line, moving from left to right. 3:12 to go here before halftime. Lee County with an 11-0 lead. Demons taking their time, coming up to the line. Middle of the field is where the ball is located. 1 receiver each side for Dantes. Check that, Bryant. Snap, give, right up the middle, pushing the line, able to get across the 23 up to the 24-yard line. So a pickup of about 4, call it 2nd and 6 upcoming for the Demons. Clock under 3 minutes to go now before halftime. Trojans with an 11-0 lead. A touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal gives us such an odd score, literally and figuratively. Demons lined up once again. 2 receivers far side. Man in motion coming near side. Snap to Bryant. He's going to call his own number and met at the line and dropped. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and a host of Trojan defenders wrapped him up and dropped him.
I was going to say, I think most got their hands on him on that tackle.
Absolutely. There was at least 5 or 6 on him
think so.
and pulled him down. Call it 3rd and 6 upcoming. 3rd and 7. Demons are taking their sweet time. We're under 2 minutes to go now before halftime. I don't know that they want to run many more plays without getting out of here going into the locker room. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Bryant still in as at quarterback. Snap. Looking to throw. Got plenty of time. Scrambling away from defenders, and he's going to be pulled down. The ball's out.
Picked up.
Ball is picked up. Being advanced. Down inside the 10 to the 5. My goodness alive. And the refs agree with it. That was number 20, Jordan Jones. First and goal to go for Lee County. With the ball on the 3-yard line. After trying to wrestle that quarterback to the ground, the ball came out before he hit the ground. And Trojans picked it up and advanced it to the 3. 1:31 to go here before halftime. Trojans trying to add to the 11-0 lead here in Warner Robbins tonight.
This should be similar plays to what we saw earlier with the 3 or 4 different extra point attempts. So it's been well practiced. We should see good success
Just
here.
pick one. Pick one. It'll be fine.
In their view, heavy set. Jones, Wildcat
Looks
quarterback
like
with his left ball.
Wildcat formation.
Punch to the right.
Looks like the Demons are going to take a timeout.
Demon, we will be
Try to figure out what's going on here.
from the back.
1:31 to go before halftime. Trojans with an 11-0 lead. Demons taking a timeout to try to figure this thing out before what happens next. Want to mention a couple of things that are coming up at Lee County High School. Not only yearbook and pictures coming up, but the fishing team. Fishing team. We actually do have a fishing team. I don't know if you know that
I
or
was
not.
glad to hear that.
Yeah, there is a Lee County fishing team. They had recently had a meeting, actually it was last night at the Middle School East Gym. So if you're still interested in learning more information about the fishing team, just go by, stop by the office at the high school and they can give you some more information and some contact information about what you need to know about what's going on with the fishing team. Esports is something else that is coming up as well. Just going to mention that. I'll mention that right after this next set of plays.
After this touchdown is scored.
Excuse me. Yes. Speak it into existence. There you go. First and goal to go from the 3. Trojans still in Wildcat formation.
First down in the red zone.
Snap to ball. Pushing.
Up the middle.
And he's close, but they're going to drop him at the 1. Maybe even the half-yard line. So ball not able to get in with that first push. So Trojans will try it again. Second and goal to go, this time from the 1. Play clock down to, they've stopped it at 1:13. Well, it's still rolling now, excuse me.
Yeah, another offensive line push like that, and it'll be good.
Trojans up 11-0. There's a minute to go before halftime. Trojans up to the line, getting set. Wildcat formation once again. Getting ready for a snap to ball. Who is in?
Touchdown, Trojan.
Touchdown with 45 seconds to go. Trojans tack on 6 more to make it 17-0. Ball again, the ball carrier gets in. Knight on to kick the PAT. 45 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Waiting for the PAT from Knight. Trojans up now 17-0. Looking to add, and it looks like offsides against the Demons. Are we going for 2 again?
Hey, Cohen's got to kick lead 1. JB's got to go to the second guy.
Oh, looks like Fabrizio is saying just go ahead.
Go.
Nope, they are going for 2.
JB's got to go to the outside guy. Cohen's in the field. We messed that up right there.
So ball checking in, Arnold checking in. Another Wildcat formation, direct snap to ball. 2-point conversion upcoming. More whistles, flags. It's offsides on the Demons. Flag thrown over here on the near side to move the ball even closer. I mean, you can't get much closer than where it is right now.
I was thinking about that. It's somewhat speechless. You're on the goal line, and let's give them another 2 inches.
Yeah, why not? It'll be fun, they said. 45 seconds to go here before halftime. The band is going to have to warm up again. They've been waiting so long on the sidelines over here. 2-point conversion once again. Snap. Ball. Is he in? They're saying no. It looked like he got close, but they're saying no. Did not happen. So the 2-point conversion is no good, and the score remains 17-0. Lee County on top. I really thought he was in.
I did too. But you know, this is back to holding on to the ball. Holding on to the ball, holding on to the ball. This fumble created a great opportunity. Another fumble created a great opportunity. So this just gets back into what I'm sure they go over every day in practice, holding on to the ball. Here's what happens when you let it go, and the Trojans have been recipients of that good fortune.
Absolutely. I mean, and I'm sure there will be some more drills of similar design coming up this next week.
Absolutely.
We'll be back at home next week, next Friday night, 7:30 kickoff against the hateful Charter Hornets. Join us then on thetrojanradio.com. Tonight, getting ready to kick it from right to left once again. Kicking off to the Demons. Nice kick. All the way back out of the end zone once again.
A good kick.
One of the things that Lee County kickers have been well known for over the last several years is the distance, height. Now, since this is Knight's first foray into being kicker, previous kickers had high kicks, but they also would land either in the back of the end zone or out. So, I mean, they're prolific. And so to see here in this first game already, seeing Knight being able to kick it that far is really inspiring for what could be as we go down through the season. Demons back out on the field. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, one receiver each side. Ball in the middle of the field. Snap to Bryant. Under some pressure, it is caught around the 20, 25, 30, and pushed out of bounds around the 37-yard line or so. It's a first down for the Demons with 36 seconds to go as they have their hurry-up offense trying to move down the field. So the ball's on the 37 of their very own as they move from left to right. 1st and 10, 33 seconds to go. Trojans up 17-0. The Demons trying to get things figured out because they're wasting clock here. One receiver each side. Bryant with the ball near hash. 18 seconds now to go. Snap. Give. Running far side. Defense trying to track him down and tackled right there at the line, maybe near the 38, 39-yard line. And the Demons will take a timeout, stop the clock at 5.5 seconds to go. So Demons trying to milk the clock. After they wasted like 10 seconds, but then they're still trying to milk the clock here right at the end of the half so they can see if they can do anything positive to maybe score some points. But right now, Trojans up 17-0 over the Demons.
And the Trojans did a great job of coming down the backside and catching him as he was trying to head around the end. Stopped him, caught him, got a couple of yards, but nothing significant. Basically, it was running the clock out at that point.
That's right.
Running side to side is not a bad thing.
If you're the team with the most points, it's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah,
exactly. Because there's more time running.
That's right.
I was really surprised though with the ball here on the near hash in that last set of plays, not the willingness to come this way to pick up a bunch of yardage and then maybe step out of bounds here versus having to run to that far side over there. So, to each his own.
Yeah.
Demons up to the line. Ball's on the far hash. Same set as before. Receiver each side.
5.5 seconds.
Bryant. Snap. Give. Nope. Fake. Pass. Far side. And that is it for the half. That pass was complete but dropped. But that the receiver was dropped over there around the 42-yard line, close to the home sidelines, and that will do it for the first half of this game. At the end of 2 quarters of play, Lee County 17, Warner Robbins Demons 0. Thoughts on this first half?
Well, it took a few minutes for it to get going. The offense, with a new quarterback, with missing some key players that graduate due to graduation, actually did come back. The skilled players that were out there, Ball and some of the others, really were able to pick up the line. The offensive line showed their strength and the offense began to make some big differences. The defense has been putting a lot of pressure on the Demon offense, and has been on top of it when there was a fumble that was created, or had been creating fumbles and turnovers. So the kicking game has improved since the beginning of the game. You can expect some butterflies in the first one, absolutely. The first game. But you've seen most aspects of this game have improved from the first kickoff, the first touch, the first snap, to where it is now. And,
That's right.
So looking forward to the second half.
Well, and especially since Lee County will receive the ball in the second half, so hopefully receive the ball first and then be able to make some things happen in quick fashion. So it is halftime here in Warner Robbins at McConnell-Tolliver Stadium here on thetrojanradio.com. We will step aside for a few minutes, let you listen to the Lee County High School Marching Trojan Band, and then the Demon Marching Band will be out shortly thereafter. So enjoy the sounds, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for being with us on thetrojanradio.com.
It's Trojan football. We're in Demon country, but it's Trojan country all over the place tonight. We're up 17-0. 2-point conversion that didn't quite get there on that try. A lot of action going on here, and don't kid yourself. Team March, 7-4 last year.
Tonight, the Marching Trojan Band is proud to present some of our favorites. Here is Go Big Red. Now, please enjoy E.T.
Richard Rogers, Warner Robbins High School Principal Dr. Greg Wallace, and Director of Bands Mr. Ernest Stackhouse, we proudly present to you the 2025 award-winning Warner Robbins High School Demon Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Addie Suleiman, Carly Conrad. Tonight, the band will perform the first 4 songs of our show, Salute to the King. Tonight's selections include Billie Jean, Dancing Machine, Off the Wall, and Rock with You. Please sit back and enjoy as the Warner Robbins Demon Band presents their 2025 program, Salute to the King.
Stay with us with that more.
Back here at halftime, BigTrojanRadio.com. Thanks for being with us tonight on the broadcast. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here in Warner Robbins at McConnell-Tolliver Stadium. Just want to give you some highlights from first half, courtesy of Coach Trey Green of Lee County. 21 rushes for 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a conversion for 2 points. 1 field goal by Jackson Knight. That's just a look at some of the highlights from first half. In your humble opinion, Drew, talk about who you felt like was probably the number one playmaker, or at least the offensive or defensive player you felt like had the most impact in the first half.
Well, I believe, stop looking, I believe number 28, Mr. Bell, he really took the ball and ran with it. He did some really good things. He was speed around the side, he was power in the middle. When he would get hit, he wouldn't stop. He would continue to move those legs, allowing the offensive line to create some additional space for him. I think when the process of getting him the ball became more frequent and the offensive line began to hold some space for him, it really gave him an opportunity to shine.
Absolutely. Anytime Ball had the ball, I feel like he made something happen, whether it was waiting for an opportunity and scooting forward for a couple more yards, or even finding those large gaping holes. And just like with the 2 scores, being able to just absolutely plow his way in for 6.
It'll be very interesting to see how the Trojan offense lines up in this after this kick with the dominance that they were beginning to establish on the offensive front. Do they continue to run the ball and try to set up a pass, or do they come out and try to throw? Do try to do something that's off pace, off pattern? It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Well, I think anytime you can try something that's going to keep the defense on their heels, especially any adjustments that are made at halftime, like you said, more of a pass look versus rushing so much. I think that's going to be plenty to try to keep Warner Robbins guessing, because they did a great job in the first quarter and even half of the second quarter before Trojans were able to try to open things up. I mean, 17-0, I wouldn't necessarily characterize as opening it up, but certainly it's headed in the right direction.
Well, I think the other side of that is the other friend of the team has been field position. Early, when they were being pinned back, they were on 15, they were on 10, they were inside the 20 for the first 4 possessions for sure.
Right.
Before they had an opportunity to breathe. Even in the second quarter, when they broke away down here and had some breathing room, there was a penalty and it pushed them back. So I think there's definitely an opportunity. Again, the importance of that field position gives them the ability to have that breathing room and work with the running game, and try to create some off balance in throwing. And it'll be interesting to see how everyone feels after spending some time. This is the first half of the first game of the season. Last week was a scrimmage. It was a practice.
Yes,
this is the first game, and we have some first game players here with Lee County in key positions. The seasoned men out there have been picking it up slowly but surely, and picking up the pace and supporting them well. So, yeah, I'm excited to see the second half.
Well, it's going to be an interesting finish to this game to see just exactly what kinds of adjustments were made. We still have 2 minutes of warm-up time. It appears as though the teams have already moved to the sidelines, but just to see that sort of adjustment and how that plays out, does Warner Robbins come out and stifle the offense and then drive down the field and score? It remains to be seen, but there's always that opportunity. They've had some good looks so far, but not able to capitalize.
They had the same amount of time to make adjustments too.
Yes, they
and
certainly
they're at
did.
home.
That's right. There's always something to be said for being able to play at home at your place.
And we've
even
seen
though there?
This right now we see standing on the midfield, the MAC. The referee crew is standing together talking. Penalties were quite often in the first half. A lot of penalties. Both sides are going to probably want to clean that up. I'm sure that'll be an educational moment during practices this week.
Sure will. Well, and if nothing else, I mean, the refs, they're knocking off the rust and the cobwebs as well, because it's been several months since they did this. So just kind of getting back in the routine of things, I suppose. Now, talking about getting back into things. Now, next week we are at home. We're hosting the Hanksville Charter Hornets from the Atlanta area. But then something else that's also going on that is of interest to many people is college football.
Yes.
Next week, starting on Saturday, August 23rd, we got some games courtesy of ESPN listed on here. And so it'll be nice to have those 5 or 6 games going on. But then the season starts in earnest on Thursday, August 28th. But then, of course, the big day is the next Saturday, August 30th, when lots and lots of teams will be playing all over the place. So who's your main team that you pull for?
My main team, and when I was introduced with this at Georgia Southwestern just a week ago, and there was some disgruntled sounds, but I'm a big Auburn fan. And you have to be an Auburn fan to follow Auburn football these last few years.
Yes.
And I'm loyal through it all. But yes, I'm an Auburn fan. And it could yet be another long season.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'm not sure really how to follow up with that other than yes. You have to be a fan.
That's right.
You got to be, and right there at Columbus, since you grew up in the Columbus area,
Exactly.
then Auburn is closest. It's right there.
How about you? Who's your favorite?
Georgia Southern. Got my bachelor's and master's from there, so I pull for them. And of course, I also got a degree or 2 from Liberty, so I pull for them as well.
And they don't play each other most of the time.
Well, in the bowl game they played a couple years ago. We are back underway here in the second half. That kick goes all the way back to the 1. The Trojans have the ball. 25, 30, 35, 40. He is all the way in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Trojans.
15 seconds in.
I just took a scan of the field and I don't see a flag.
I don't see a flag either. My goodness alive. From all the way at the goal line to the other end of the field, Montravius Clay, number 2, with the ball all the way in for a touchdown. That was huge.
We'll just have to wait and see how the offense adjusts it till later. That's fine.
Fine with me. Run it back for a touchdown. 11:45 to go. Just 15 seconds in. Trojans tack on 6.
Moments where it could have been a disaster, and because it was almost a disaster, everybody slowed that half a step, except for the man with the ball.
Kick is up and good. New score, 24-0. Lee County 24, Warner Robbins 0. So, we were talking about trying to make a statement here in the second half.
Yes.
There you go.
That is a statement.
My goodness.
Smiles all around.
Absolutely. That was amazing. So Trojans start with a kickoff return for a touchdown here in the first 15 seconds of the third quarter. Lee County on top, 24-0 over the Warner Robbins Demons. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter if you haven't already. The Trojan Radio. Trojans coming out, ready to tee it up and kick it off to the Demons.
24-0 after a spectacular 15 seconds in the second half. After scoreless first quarter, the Trojans picked up again on the offensive side, defensive side, and especially all 3 facets of the game, working, flowing, functioning.
Got the ball teed up on the 40-yard line. Knight kicking from right to left. 11:45 to go here in the third quarter. Trojans up 24-0. Thanks for being with us tonight on the broadcast. TheTrojanRadio.com. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here in the press box at the MAC in Warner Robins. A kick is away. It's going to be taken back at the 12. Advanced across the 15, 20, running far side. Trying to wrap up, and they did it. Flag on the play. Return man was swung down on the ground. But the flag was thrown. Let's see what it is.
Looking at those
shirt.
playoffs, Lee County has a 99.
Thought you could tackle with a shirt.
I'm wondering if they thought it was a horse collar, but it did not look like that. This angle. All right. They are still discussing it. Waiting to see. The refs are still standing there discussing it. The ball has not been placed anywhere. Coach Fabrizio is here on the numbers on the near side discussing it. Now they're walking the ball back. So they're walking back toward the Demons end zone. So they moved it back inside the 15.
Looks like there was holding.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard penalty. So they're moving it all the way back to the 10 from the 20. Wow. That was fortuitous because really didn't think it was going to be a personal foul, horse collar type penalty. Snap, give, running right up the middle, back to the line of scrimmage for the Demons.
Defense did a good wall on that.
Martin Atkins jumps up celebrating after that stop. First and 10 becomes second and 10 for the Demons. 11:39 to go here in the third quarter. Trojans up 24-0. Demons now second and 10 from their own 10, moving from left to right. One receiver each side. Ball's in the middle of the field. Snap to Bryant. Rolling near side. Throws. Caught. Near side. Ball was complete to... Oh, it's just at the line. Ball was complete to number 1, who's not on my roster. But that half-yard line over the 20 makes it a first down. They're going to put it on the 21, though. 11.
He lost his footing and caught the ball on the ground.
11 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Demons up to the line, first and 10 from their own 21-yard line. One receiver each side for Bryant. Bryant is pointing at the band and complaining that they are loud. Ref is coming over and waving at the band and saying, "Knock it off." Mr. Collins obliges, and so now all the band members start to scream along with the ever-incredible Vuvuzela. 10:46 to go. Now all the people on the Lee County side start making noise. Snap. Give. Running right up the middle, met by a host of Trojans and dropped after a pickup of about 3 or 4. As the fire trucks.
A variety of sounds all over the place. Right
Absolutely,
now.
that's right. A relative smorgasbord, if you will. 10:22 to go here in this third quarter. Trojans up 24-0 as the fire trucks continue to drive by on Davis Drive. Second and about 7 for the Demons. The ball is on their own 24-yard line. Snap. Give. Running right side, then trying to turn the corner, met by a host of Trojans, and dropped right there as well. Messiah Jackson in on the stop that time. Pickup of maybe 1 up to the 25. Call it third and about 6. 9:39 to go here in the third quarter. Trojans up 24-0. I was thinking about today. It's August 15th, and my former broadcast partner, Andy Powell, in Effingham County, is celebrating another birthday today. Happy birthday to Andy. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side, and there's movement. Who moved first?
Based on the way the offensive lineman hung his head, I believe that's a self-admission.
Absolutely. So the Demons commit a false start penalty and move them back 5 yards. So 3rd and 6 becomes 3rd and 11. Move the ball back inside or to the 20-yard line. 9:17 to go here in the third. Trojans up 24-0. 3 receivers far side now. The ball is on the near hash. Snap to Bryant. Bryant, the ball gets behind him. Trying to get away. He's going to be hit as he throws. That was Martin Atkins in on the stop for the Trojans. My goodness. What a hit. Just as that was number 11, Dantes was back in. They're calling it an incomplete pass. So it's going to be 4th and 11 now coming for the Demons. So Trojan defense stands tall and forced the Demons to go 3 and out.
The defensive line really has come to life. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure to keep in the middle. And that really disrupts anything you're trying to do.
Absolutely. Snap. High kick. Coming near side, taking a bounce at the 40 and rolling out at the 43 of the Demons. So, again, like we mentioned at halftime, short field to work with. It'll make a huge difference. 9:03 to go here in the third quarter. Lee County with a 24-0 lead over the Demons of Warner Robbins.
Now we'll get to see the offense.
Yes, with short field to work with. They've marked it on the 42. So Trojans with the ball on the 42-yard line of the Demons, moving from right to left with 9:03 to go here in the third quarter. Trojans up 24-0. 1 receiver each side for Snipes. Snap. Give. Running near side. 40, 35, 30. That's Walker. If he didn't step out of bounds, yep, he did step out of bounds, so it's not quite a first down. Just got a yard to go. 2nd and 1 upcoming. Injured Demon over here on this side. Brian Davis and others in checking on him as the Warner Robbins staff comes running across. Looks like something in the neighborhood of cramping. So Brian Davis jumps in trying to help out their athlete. 8:52 to go here in the third quarter. Trojans up 24-0 over the Demons.
Good sign. He's jogging the other way. He's up and going.
That was Jamarcus Allen of the Demons. Always like to see him running off the field under their own power. Always a good thing. Once trainers and coaches make their way off the field, then we will be set once again. Ball is placed just outside the 32-yard line for the Trojans on the Demon side of the field. Pull up some scores here in a moment, kind of see how things look around the area. Two receivers far side, 1 near side for the Trojans. Snap to Snipes. It's a give to it's a fake. Wide open. Blackwell. Touchdown. Trojans. My goodness alive. 8:44 to go here in the third quarter. It was a fake handoff to Walker. Snipes pulled back, aired it out, and nailed Blackwell, streaking right down the middle of the field, and he's in for 6.
Well, 2 offensive plays and a score. A return for a score. So far, so good.
I'll take it. Knight on to kick the PAT. Kick is up and good. 8:44 to go here in the third quarter. Lee County 31, Warner Robbins 0. My goodness alive. I don't remember this lopsided of a score in quite a while. I have to go back and look at the records on the Georgia High School Football Historians Association website just to see, but this is as lopsided as it's been in a while.
There's a lot of excitement down here on the Trojan sideline. It's not going to go away.
No. And I hope they can take this energy going into week 2 and week 3 as they build toward Tift County. And then September 12th, Colquitt County Packers come to Trojan Field. That would be huge. It was something to win in their place last year. It would be huge if we could do the same thing in our place this year. Check the Chick-fil-A Football Friday Night Radio Show scoreboard on Twitter. It's always a great place to check for scores, and we thank them for sharing this with us. As Knight kicks it off from the 40-yard line, another line drive kick that goes out of the back of the end zone. Just does scoot by that pylon. Missed it by that much. Yes. So the Demons will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20. Moving from left to right in just a moment. 8:44 to go here in this third quarter. Trojans on top, 31-0. In the third quarter, Coffee High School up 28-7 over Bainbridge. Thomasville up 16-0 over Brooks County. Thomas County Central up 21-0 over Monroe of Albany. Sumter County 13, Crisp County 7. Those are just a few of the scores shared by the Chick-fil-A Football Friday Night Radio Show tonight. Snap to Bryant. Gets by one defender and tackled by Lasiah Jackson right at the 26. So a pickup of 6, 2nd and 4 upcoming.
The Demons have not been in a huddle much at all tonight. At all. Everything is on the line. Everything is on the line. Just like now, he's calling his play at the line.
It's interesting, the switch between Bryant and Dantex. That's been very interesting tonight. Snap. Quick pass near side. It is incomplete. Oh, there's a flag. A flag they're probably going to call the pass interference call over here on the near side. Let's see, who is that? Trying to check the number there to see.
He has a hoodie on, I can't see it.
One of the Trojan defenders, a lot of close playing over here on the near side, so they're going to call pass interference on the Trojans.
Maybe Carter Black. Looks like a 0 on the shirt.
Carter's mostly, I don't know. I can't quite make out the. Oh, that's 3. That's Bush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carter.
Trey Bush. On the near side over here. So Demons with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 up at their own 41-yard line. One receiver each side. Snap. Dante's got it. It's a pass. Far side wide. Open. 30, 25, 10, 5. Touchdown. Warner Robbins. My goodness. Pass from Dante to Hawkins to downfield. I believe that was Goings that was going into the end zone. So the Demons erased the goose egg off the board, and it's now a 31-6 score with 7:49 to go here in the third quarter.
Once again, they didn't run with a huddle. They called, they looked, they responded to what the defense had sitting out there, and then there was not the same level of pressure from the defense in front. I think they may have been a bit confused and not quite set at that point.
They let the receiver get behind them. That kick is up and good. New score. Lee County 31, Warner Robbins 7 with 7:49 to go here in the third quarter. Thanks for being with us tonight on the broadcast, thetrojanradio.com. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here in the press box at the MAC in Warner Robbins. Hope you are enjoying your Friday night in August, wherever you happen to be. Thanks to everybody who has been a supporter not only of the football team, the cheerleaders, and band. There's lots of fall sports going on as well, so we hope you're able to get out and enjoy all the things that are happening all around Lee County and really all over the place. Cross country is, the high school cross country is actually headed to Columbus for a meet tomorrow morning, so wish them well. Softball has had a number of games this week, so I don't have score updates that I can share with you, but I do want to say continued good luck to the Lady Trojans softball team. Volleyball recently traveled to Valdosta as well. Football team here in Warner Robbins. The band has a competition coming up in a few weeks, so lots of stuff going on.
It's a busy time. And school classes just started too.
That's right. We finished a full week of class. We started on August 6th, and we now finished a full week. So 8 days in. But who's counting? Not me. Kick is away. Kicking off to the Trojans. Taken back at the 13. Advancing. That's Canton Williams. 25-30. And just tip your toe until he puts it out of bounds at the 35. So a first down for Lee County up around our own 35-yard line, moving from right to left. 7:43 to go here in the third. Trojans up 31-7 over the Demons. Flag here on the near side. I have to check the indication just to see what the refs are thinking. They've been, now I will say, they have been talking about all the flags and trying to be very, just to coin a phrase, intentional. They're intentionally calling the game holding against the Trojans.
Holding against the Trojans. And they have, trying to make sure they don't make mistakes, because as you pointed out, they're all coming back in, and it's been a while since they've all done their jobs. Players, band, cheerleaders, and officials.
That's
making
right.
Sure.
So that moves the ball all the way back to the Trojans' 17-yard line. Moving from right to left. 7:43 to go here in the third. Trojans up 31-7 over the Demons. Three receivers far side, one near side for Snipes. Snap. Running near side. Snipes turned the corner 20. Pushed out of bounds up around the 23-yard line. So first and 10 becomes second and about 4 for the Trojans, moving from right to left.
He looked very comfortable doing that, though. Confident, coming around the corner.
Took the hit.
Knew the hit was coming.
Two receivers each side this time for Sniper. Ball lined up on his right. Whistles now. And now our team tells their band to be quiet. And they do. So now their band starts to cheer to make some noise.
The whole environment of high school football.
That's right. 2 receivers each side. Snap to Snipes. Looking to throw. Got all day. Complete up to Blackwell up at the 30-yard line. It's enough for another Lee County first down. I was talking to the twins who normally broadcast with me, Micah and Andy, and they were amazed at just how tall Blackwell is. He's 6'4" and a junior. So among the other players, he looks like a giant on the field, but an easy target for Snipes. 2 receivers each side this time for Snipes. 6:38 to go here in the third. Snap, looking. Quick pass across to Arnold. 35-40, 45-50, 45, and pushed out of bounds around the 43 into Demon territory. Another Lee County first down.
And this is something else that we didn't see a lot of in the first half. Again, Snipes is showing confidence. He showed confidence coming around the corner. He's showing confidence in the pocket. That pass was on target. Both of the passes have been on target. Were a little off early as he was getting accustomed to things in the early first quarter.
Settling in. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side for Snipes. Snap. Got all day. Quick pass near side. Incomplete. That one intended for Jaden Upshaw. Would have been a first down inside the 35. So 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Trojans. 5:53 to go here in the third. Trojans up 31-7 here in Warner Robbins tonight. Again, we will be home next Friday night, hosting the Hornets of Hateville Charter from the Atlanta area. Hope you can be with us then. We'll be on the air about 7:15. 2 receivers each side this time for Snipes. Snap. Got some time. Oh, and he is going to be pulled down from behind and sacked back at the midfield stripe. Sacked by Dalen Kirksey of the Demons. 4th and about 15 or 16 now for the Trojans. That pocket collapsed really fast.
It did. 3 of the last 4 plays, Kirksey has been off that the right end, uncovered, and the plays have come this way to the left, so it hasn't been a problem. But that, he stayed in the pocket and just sat there and waited on it.
And make sure you get a chance to drop by one of our sponsors or get 3 others.
Check that. I apologize. It's 3rd and 15. Incorrect marker. 2 receivers each side. Ball on the near hash. Snap to Snipes. Rolling near side, trying to get away from all the defenders, and steps out of bounds inside the 40, just a couple yards short of the first down. Stops the clock at 4:54. There's a flag. Check the flag and see what it is. It was over here in the vicinities. Snipes was trying to turn the corner, so illegal block would be my guess. But although there is another flag back here at the 44 on this side of the field. He is motioning toward the Trojans. See what the indication might happen to be, but the Trojan offensive line is moving backwards. So from the 50 back to the 40, so hold it.
25.
Yep. 3rd down and Perry. We're about as close to Perry now as we were anytime tonight. Officially, it's 3rd and 26. Might as well be 100 at this point because we got to get inside the 35. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. And there's a lot of movement. Offsides against the Demons, so they'll give 5 of those yards back. So it'll be closer to Bon Air or Centerville, depending on which direction you're coming from.
It gets us closer to Bucky's.
It does. We're making a stop there tonight, by the way. It's already on the band itinerary. My sophomore daughter is in band, and so we'll be making that stop tonight. Snap.
Bucky's coming down here, and there's the whistle again.
Oh my goodness. What was the indication that time? I didn't see any flags.
Looked like somebody moved too soon.
So ball is checking in, and Jordan Bush is checking out, and it's a penalty on the Trojans, so move the ball back to the 40. So we're just giving yards back and forth right now with 4:50 to go here in the third. Trojans up 31-7 over the Demons. 2 receivers each side for Snipes. Ball's on the near hash at the 40-yard line. Trojans moving from right to left. Ball's lined up beside Snipes. Blackwell in motion, coming near side. More whistles. What in the world?
So it's one of our receivers on the near side here. There's another 5 yards.
Another 5 yards. Another false start on the Trojans. Goodness. 3rd and 31. Three receivers far side this time for Snipes. Ball still lined up behind Snipes. Snap. Give. That's Walker. 40, 45. Still pushing the pile. They blow the whistle up at the 47-yard line. There's another flag. There's another flag. They push the pile forward. My goodness alive. Now they're getting chippy. A lot of the Demon players clapping at the coaches are out on the field trying to get them off the field. Trying to calm all this down. Goodness. 4:42 to go here in the third. Trying to keep this from becoming bedlam. So after all of that, Walker, number 7, had the ball. It got up to the 47-yard line of our very own. And then they kept pushing and pushing and pushing until he fell inside the 50-yard line into Demon territory. And then that's when all the flags started flying, and they started to get really, really chippy, like there was going to be a brawl breakout. Teams have been separated. And now it looks like they're going to pick up all the laundry and move the ball in favor of the Trojans. So they're moving the ball all the way down inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line, inside the Demon territory. And so what was 3rd and forever is now 3rd and manageable. We'll call it 3rd, about 3 from the Demon 38-yard line. So short field to work with for the Trojans as they get situated. And Coach Fabrizio still out around standing at the 40-yard line, asking for just a second to get his team situated, waiting on the offense to come back out on the field. Again, 4:42 to go here in this third quarter. Trojans up 31-7.
Sloppiness,
Now,
lack of control. This is really painful. I'm not sure why it's 4th down.
same. I just looked at that too when I saw Knight running on to punt it away.
Dead ball. The play had already finished. That's it. So it's
Yep.
dead ball.
So
That's why. Coach was not happy on this side or that side.
yes. So now we wait for Trojans to get set. Knight standing on his own 48-yard line to punt this thing away. It is a fake once again. He's able to get across the 35, 30. It's a first down for Lee County thanks to Jace Murray. Jace Murray took the snap. It was a fake punt, and it worked. Trojans now with the ball, 1st and 10 inside the Demon 30-yard line.
Was he the one that came on the late?
Yes.
Yes.
He sure was.
Nice.
Jace was
I'm
late.
glad he was there.
Me too. Jace was late to the party, but he got situated and made it happen. So Trojans able to convert that 4th down on a fake punt. Jace Murray advances the ball down inside the 30 of the into Demon territory And so now a fresh set of downs for the Trojans with 4:34 to go here in the third quarter. Trojans up 31-7. Three receivers far side. Blackwell in motion, running near side. Snap to Snipes. The give to Walker. Trying to get away. He does. 30, 25, 20. Down and close to the 15-yard line for another Lee County first down. My goodness alive.
I'm not sure what all this was over here for the last 5 minutes, but now we're back into moving the ball.
Absolutely.
It just got real odd for a few minutes.
Third
But,
and 26.
it's good to see the offensive line moving again. The legs are moving stronger, the running backs.
Absolutely. Trojans up the line. Ball is on the 19. Moving from right to left. Two receivers far side. Snap to Snipes. Give. Walker going, pushing forward, falling inside the 15, down close to the 12. They're going to say he had his knee down around the 14. He picks up 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now coming for the Trojans with 3:45 to go here in the third. Trojans on top, 31-7. Quick snap, give. Walker trying to turn the corner. He's across down to the 10, but there is a flag. So hold the phone. Let's see what the indication is going to be. I'm going to say he picked up about 3 yards if this play stands. And it's on the Trojans, so that will back them up. Looks like another holding variety penalty, and that will move the ball back outside the 20, up to back to the 23. So 2nd and 13 upcoming for Lee County, with 3:27 to go here in the third. Trojans on top, 31-7. Two receivers near side. Ball is on the far hash. Got whistles once again. This time it's a timeout. So Trojans will take a timeout with 3:13 to go here in the third quarter. Trojans leading 31-7 over the Demons. Thanks for being with us tonight on the broadcast. TheTrojanRadio.com. Brian Holt alongside Drew Huey here in the press box at McConnell-Talbert Stadium in Warner Robins. First game of the 2025 football season, and Trojans are starting out strong, at least with a higher score than the other team.
There are glimpses of greatness.
Yes.
There are signs that it's the first game.
Absolutely.
I think you said, the coaching staff said we've got a lot of work to do. There's still work to do, but it's a long season and plenty of time to correct some of these things that are recurring. The good thing is they're showing wonderful signs of accomplishing tasks, getting things done. Offensive line, defensive line, both are really doing most of what they want to do.
That's right.
That helps the, as they say, skilled players be able to do their thing. So there's always more work to do. It's good to see this as they are back on the ball.
Two receivers near side, one far side. The ball is on the far hash. Walker lined up behind Snipes. Blackwell in motion. Snap. Give. Running near side, but trying to get turned and cannot. Loss of another yard. Ball carrier that time was Walker. Just couldn't find a spot there that time.
Yeah, he bounced a bit. Looked like he was going to go outside and bounce back inside. And when he did that, he introduced himself to 3 Demon defenders.
Yes, he did. Clock under 3 minutes now. 2:43 to go here in the third. Is it still the third quarter? It's almost 10 o'clock. Trojans up 31-7. 3 receivers near side, 1 far side. Snap. Snipes gonna throw, airing it out. It is. Oh, it's a jump ball.
Flag on the field.
Did Arnold come up with that ball? It looked like he might have caught it, but at the way they were fighting for it, I didn't know if he had complete possession. But there is a flag, like you said. It's coming back. for the Trojans.
Third and what? 14.
It was a beautiful pass, and Arnold, number 81, went up to get it.
So now he's marking it off against the Demons.
You remember the game on The Price is Right where the little yodeler goes up the
Yes.
Every time I see that, that's all I think of on The Price is Right. So now that the ball has been set, it is first and goal to go from the 9. So the penalties were marked off, and so now Lee County with the ball. Ball's in the middle of the field. One receiver far side. Ball lined up beside. Let's see. Is it a direct snap? It's a wildcat formation, direct snap to ball. He's following his blockers. He's trying to turn the corner. Breaks away. 5. Touchdown, Trojans! 2:20 to go here in this third quarter, and ball is in for another touchdown.
Touchdown on the
Tack
That offensive line did their job again. Stayed right with him and then broke around the outside.
37 to 7.
Justin Jones, number 9, was the leading tackler to get ball in there.
Yes.
We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Wow. 2:20 to go here in this third quarter. Lee County now up 37 to 7. Waiting for the point after.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So it looks like Mr. Ball is making an impact in the second half as well.
He's a baller for sure.
Yes. And there were a couple of Demons that were down there during that play.
And they are thankfully walking off the field under their own power. Always good to see that as the Demons line up for the point after. Knights got the ball, got to get ready to kick it up. 2:20 to go here in the third. Trojans 37, Demons 7.
Soon to be possibly 38.
Whistles once again. Is it offsides again? I don't see a flag, but there is. It is offsides against the Demons once again. So move the ball even closer. Still going to kick it.
I didn't see any movement. I guess they're lining up in the neutral zone. And when they get in there and the offense sets on the ball, now we have a flag.
Kick is up and good. 2:20 to go here in this third quarter. Lee County 38. Warner Robbins 7. Thanks for being with us tonight on the broadcast. TheTrojanRadio.com here at the MAC and Warner Robbins. If you haven't already, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or check out our website, TheTrojanRadio.com.
And there's another man down. Another Demon down.
Oh, goodness. Another Demon that is
Having fun?
just shaken up after that play. So 38 to 7 is the new score. Trojans on top with 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Check on some, while we wait on the injured player, check on some updated scores courtesy of the Chick-fil-A Football Friday Night Scoreboard radio show. Colquitt County tied at 24 with Benedictine from Savannah, 24 apiece in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Tiff County up 28-24 on Griffin. That's in the fourth quarter. Other scores of interest from around the area. Wow. Fitzgerald 20, Irwin County 0. That in the third quarter. Last update on the Chick-fil-A Football Friday Night radio show. We follow each other on Twitter, and I tend to try to keep as much updates to them as I can, and they've got all of our score updates on there as well. So very thankful for them, and another great season sharing things on social media. It's always funny to me as Knight kicks that ball. It is short, but taken around the 16 or 17 yard line, coming around the 20, 25, reversing field, coming across 30, still running near. There's a flag. He's tackled right at the 36. We'll see what the indication might be.
And that was a low riding kick, and he caught it in full stride.
Yes, he did. Had a head of steam going and went far side, but then flipped the field.
Planted it and came the other way.
Sure did. Thought he was going to be able to, bust it open, but fortunately, Trojans were able to drop him right at the 36 on their side of the field. Still waiting on the ruling to see. Looks like the refs are going to mark it off against the Demons. All the way back to the 26 of their very own. 2:09 to go here in the third quarter still. Trojans up 38-7.
Broadcasting Trojan football each and every Friday night right here on Dow FM 107.
Demons get set near hash, moving from left to right. Two receivers far side this time. Bryant back in at quarterback. Snap, quick pass far side, caught. Oh, and he's going to be, the ball pops out. Looks like the Trojans might be on it. Is it? Is it? There's no indication.
I think he made an indication, but it was very light.
Well, we'll take it.
Defense, Trojan defense, sprinting off.
Quick pass far side. The receiver, as he was being tackled, the ball was punched out, and the Trojans fall on it. Still trying to decide where to put the ball. Let's see. Is there a penalty to mark off? I don't see any flags. They're going to mark it at the 15. Right on the 15. So now here comes the Lee County offense back onto the field after that fumble recovery by the defense.
And another short field.
And another short field, yes sir.
Yeah, a short field.
Hey, just speak it into existence.
It can be your friend.
Absolutely.
So different than the first quarter when they were backed up on their own 15.
That's right.
Time after time.
And having to punt it away. 3 and out. One receiver each side this time for Snipes. Snap. Give Walker across the 15. Are they going to give him any forward progress? No, it doesn't look like it. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so call it. Oh, there's one. So call it 2nd and 9 now. Trojans up to the line quickly. Snap. Give. Walker pushing his way through the line, picking up a couple more. Maybe down to the 12 or 13. Third down upcoming now for Lee County. 1:28 to go here in the third quarter. Lee County 38, Warner Robbins 7.
They are taking their time. They're not rushing to the line or rushing to get a play off.
Well, they're trying to burn some clock off because this third quarter will not go away. I mean, it's already after 10 o'clock, and we are still in the third quarter. I have to tell my wife, if she's listening, it's going to be later than what she thought with us getting home. Snap, Snipes, quick pass, corner, caught, touchdown, Trojans. Blackwell in the corner of the end zone on that far side and picks up another score for Lee County.
He looked good. Calm, steady, good pass, good catch.
Well executed. 44 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Trojans extend the lead 44-7 with Knight on to kick the PAT.
Come by, say hi.
Waiting for Knight. It's a kick, snap, kick is up and good. 45-7. With 44 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Lee County 45. Warner Robbins 7. Whew, my goodness alive.
That was a quick turn.
Yes, it was. I hope y'all are enjoying this at home as much as we are calling the game. Lee County now up 45-7, and we still got a whole nother quarter to play. Can someone say running clock, please?
Exactly.
Just to help.
And when the clock is stopped, for example, Lee County Trojans are out on the line to put the ball to kick, and there's no receiving team for the Demons yet.
That's right.
We will be kicking the ball right to left on your radio in 44 seconds.
Very interesting.
When we get to the final quarter.
I know
Just to recap our score.
Maxwell predictions, a lot of computer predictions about how games will go, and again from that, it's produced by some writers from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the Georgia High School Football Daily email. One of the things that the computer does is predict games, and it was predicted to be an 11-point difference as that ball is a line drive picked up at the 20. Demons trying to advance across the 30 and met there by a host of Trojans. But you know, it's always interesting. Computer technology, at best, you know.
More flags.
Oh my goodness.
The tackling of the returner continued after he was stopped, after the whistle had blown. A lot of activity on both sides.
Warner Robbins at this point is just getting tired and is ready to end this. But talking about technology, when you've only got last year's stats to really plug in and to really try to determine what this game was going to look like, you know, Lee County lost 2 prolific players on offense, and then of course a number of other players who were skilled just as well. But when you have to reload in this case, you don't really always know what you're going to get, and so for Maxwell, for the computer to predict an 11-point spread is quite interesting now that we have a 38-point spread. So after the penalty, after the tackling that just would not stop, they moved the ball from the 30 all the way out to the 45 of their very own. So the Demons have the ball up at their own 45-yard line, moving from left to right with 36 seconds in the quarter that would not end. 1 receiver each side for the Demons. Bryant back in at quarterback, snap. They give far side, running across the 50, met by a couple of Trojans over there. Out of bounds around the 49-yard line or so. Call it second and about 4 upcoming for the Demons. They are now into Trojan territory across the midfield stripe with 19 seconds to go here in the third. Trojans on top, 45-7. Ball's on the far hash, 1 receiver each side. Snap to Bryant, quick pass, far side, caught around the 44-yard line, and then falling forward out of bounds around the 40-yard line. So Demons do pick up another first down. 3 seconds to go here in the third.
Goodness.
I'm telling you, I really don't know why this quarter will not end. I mean, because it's almost 10 after. 10. Ah, there it is. What a joyous sound. The horn blew, and it is now the end of the third. Finally.
At 10:06. Here we go.
Yes. At the end of 3 quarters of football and most of the night, Trojans up 45-7 over the Demons. I am looking forward to that trip to Buc-ee's tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to get me one of those big old fountain drinks and probably some other chocolatey, snacky items, and we'll ride with the band back